What's up, everybody? This is Jason, zombie collector extraordinaire. Uh, my hair, I just took a nice, relaxing shower, so I decided to have my hair look all wonky today. So I have a little bit of time. I thought I'd pop on and just chat and see if anybody pops on and wants to do a little Sunday evening soiree. I don't have really much to discuss aside from my awesome looking hairdo. Hey, Bob Lewis, this is starting to become an epidemic of me and you meet up here on YouTube in the evening. So, what's up, my brother? I saw that you saw that I went to our special place yesterday, Kung Fu Cafe. I know, dude, isn't it? I'm just happy that I have hair. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the one thing I have going for me. So I'm grateful for having hair. So a lot of things don't go my way when it comes to my boyish good looks, but I'll take at least having a full head of hair, even when it's this crazy, like kind of like a evil porcupine. So maybe I should have started. Maybe I could go into work like that tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know if there's a policy for not looking like a porcupine at work. So we'll see. So yeah, we'll see, man. So what you been up to, Bob? What you been up to this past weekend? I should live it up, buddy. Live it up. It's a good idea. Living it up. Is it me, or do I already feel like I'm ready for baseball 2019? So, chores. Yeah, that sucks. Chores always suck. Even when I was a kid, I thought they sucked, and as an adult, they really sucked. So, I started watching John Wick Part 2 for like the second time or third time today. And it's a really good movie if you haven't seen it. But I was up all night with Luca's friends partying, being a chaperone, and I was like so exhausted. I kept falling asleep during the movie. So I need to go back and watch it, like really focus on watching it. So yeah, it's a good movie. I really like it a lot. It's not because it was boring. I just was so exhausted. I'm still tired, but the adoring fans expect me to be on here today, so I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do it for the fans. So, does this look familiar to you? I saw your video from Josh, Impact player, and I was like, man, maybe Josh was the one who spoke with Mickey Mantle about Christ, because he had it too. Nick Cage, heard of it? We watched Monday last night with Nick Cage. Heard of it? Is the name of the movie called Monday? Because if it is called Monday, I can say I do not know that movie. I just watched a movie with Nick Cage a couple days ago that was on Netflix. I'm trying to think of the movie. Oh, Mandy. Oh, see, this is what happens, man. I'm not even. You clearly wrote Mandy, and I thought it said Monday, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to think about Monday. No, you know what? I don't remember. I don't think I've seen that movie. I'm trying to think of the movie I was watching with him in. It was on Netflix, and I was like, yeah, it's okay, but you know, that's the thing. Nick Cage, he's just working because he needs to pay off all that money he lost to Barry Madoff. So he's just doing any old crappy movie he can find. That or he lost a bet with somebody. He's done nothing but questionable movies since, I don't know, 2009, 10. He's been doing some real stinkers in the last handful of years. For sure, he's a hit and miss. You know the three actors I think of when I think of they must have lost a bet? Nick Cage, John Cusack, and Bruce Willis. Those three actors all throughout their career had solid film careers with very few misses, mostly hits. And then in the last like 10, 12 years, it seems like they keep making this like crappy movies. Matthew Broderick, yeah. Actually, my favorite Matthew Broderick movie is Project X from like 1987. It's about chimpanzees and him like trying to save the chimpanzees that were in a some kind of like government program, and they were like, I think it was something to do involving space, and they were injecting the chimpanzees with some kind of like, you know, serum to help them learn how to like fly airplanes or spaceships or something. Yeah. There was one of the chimpanzees was named Bluebeard, and I never forget when I was a kid, whenever Bluebeard ends up dying because he's old or because the medicine or whatever they gave him was making him sick, and they're like holding hands or like touching each other's hands. I was all like, because, you know, they show like Bluebeard not making it or whatever, like dying a peaceful death, I think. But I remember like, this is traumatizing me. Poor little chimpanzee's gonna die. Just kind of like, oh, what movie was it? It's called Project X. The one with the chimpanzees and the space program. So I owned that movie when I was a kid, and I watched it pretty religiously. That movie was in heavy rotation along with The Neverending Story, Goonies, Benji the Hunted, Monster Squad, those are some of the top ones. And like G.I. Joe the movie, Transformers the movie. I'm trying to think of some other stuff that came out around that time that I was like big into, but those are some of the huge ones. I mean, I watched all kinds of movies and TV shows, but those had a steady rotation in the Jason Payne bedroom watching VHS days of the early to like mid to late 80s. This is the Minnesota Twins theme song. Who knew? I wonder if there's a Pirates theme song. Apparently there is not one. Oh yeah, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I forgot that one. Yes, Pee-wee's Big Adventure is another one. Yeah. Yeah, man, you can't beat that. When he comes running out of the pet shop holding the snakes, he's like, and he passes out. Classic Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Big Top Pee-wee, and Pee-wee's Playhouse. That was on heavy rotation as well. There's no basement in the Alamo. That's right. Oh my gosh. So let me ask you, what was the very first movie you watched that you know you really shouldn't have been watching? Either you watched it at a friend's house, or your parents let you, and then afterwards they probably regretted it. That was probably the most traumatizing movie you watched as a kid. It doesn't have to be like a horror or anything. Just like a movie that like a scene sticks out to you in your mind. And you're like, oh no, I'm traumatized from this experience. Do you have that one moment watching either a specific movie or a specific scene in a movie that when you were a kid, you're like, oh no, I'm going to have nightmares now. I should never have watched that. Do you have a movie like that? Because I can tell you, mine is, my dad bought me Fright Night, the original Fright Night. I might have mentioned this to you before. But there's a scene in that movie, Fright Night, where Charlie and the protagonist, the main guy, and his girlfriend, I can't remember her name all of a sudden, she turned into a vampire, and it's a rated R movie. I mean, there's like it's definitely not appropriate for kids. But she ends up getting bit by Jerry Dandridge, the vampire, and yeah, Large Marge. Yes, yes, I agree. Large Marge. But the movie, and there's a scene where she turns into like a full vampire mode, and like she has a mouth, like they do some prosthetic stuff with her face, and her eyes are like these gigantic red eyes, and her mouth is like up here, like it's all the way out here with a mouth like full of just like razor sharp teeth, and she like has her hands like this, and then all of a sudden like they do the transformation, and as a kid you don't even know she's really transforming into anything. You just think she's crying into her hands like, oh, why'd you do this? You said you're gonna protect me. And then she like lets her hands off of her face, and you see the her like horrific vampire face, and then she turns around and just like full on like drooling from the mouth and teeth. I was like seriously, I could not sleep for I don't know, still in my almost in my 40s. Like it still traumatizes me. Like it just completely freaked me out when I was a kid. But that was by far like the most traumatizing, scary moment. Watching Artex die in Never Ending Story, the poor horse, it felt so real. It's like, come on, Artex, no, don't leave me, Artex. Like that was hard to watch. In the movie Benji the Hunted with the little dog. I don't know if you ever watched those Benji movies, but there was like I don't know 10 movies that seemed like came out like the early to mid '80s. There's a scene where the bad guy, sorry, the bad guy kicks Benji's like little girlfriend dog across the room, and the little dog doesn't move. The little Benji girlfriend dog doesn't move, and I was like traumatized. So I thought he killed the poor dog. It was awful. I once was flipping through the channel. I was like, oh yes. Yes, man, that scene was messed up with Jeff Goldblum, that David Cronenberg flick. Yeah, watch the Arte. Has your daughter ever watched it? Your older daughter, has she watched the Neverending Story? Because I've shown it to Luca, and he says he likes it, but you know, I don't know. He probably just says that because he thinks I expect him to say it. He probably barely remembers it because I showed it to him when he was 6 or 7, maybe 5, 6 or 7, maybe a few times during that time. But I don't know if he's actually remember watching it or not. But I'm gonna probably have him watch it here soon because I want to watch it again. I don't know if you noticed, but I was watching this like special on YouTube, and it talks about things you didn't know about that movie, the Neverending Story, and one of them was there's like little ETs or Yodas or something in the scene with all the different creatures. There's like ETs in there, and I was like, ETs in there? I'm like, what? That is awesome. This is the Dodgers theme song. Yes, they even showed it in that. It's on YouTube. It's like says something like, it's a guy from England or Australia, and he does like 2 or 3 did you know videos a week. It feels like 10 things you didn't know about such and such movie, and he picks all kinds of movies. He's probably around our age, so a lot of the movies are like 70s through like early 90s stuff. So like it's like, and it's everything. It's not just like, you know, horror. It could be anything. But one of the things he talks about is, and he has clips from the movies and like shows it. So not just him saying, yeah, there's some ET creatures that show up, and like he like still shot. There it is. It's like pretty cool. Yeah, man, I love that. I mean, I can seriously go down that rabbit hole so easily if I'm not careful. Like probably after we get off of here, I'll probably, now that I'm talking about it, it's probably like a handful of movies I kind of want to pull up and just go watch. The top 10 things you haven't seen. So yeah, for sure. Faux shizzle, my nizzle. Man, Lucas' friends kicked my butt yesterday, dude. I'm so exhausted. I didn't even hardly do anything, but man, just they're like nonstop, just wild and crazy. Hey, what's going on, Mike? Baseball collector. Wow, I think this is the first time you ever popped on here. I'm so honored to have you hang out with us for a few minutes. I feel like I need to like get like a bow tie or something and pop it on real quick and maybe get like a red wine and just kind of like, chit chat a little bit more with you, like take it more serious. Maybe I should comb my hair. I feel so like out of place right now. I'm just listening to here it is, perfect. The Texas Ranger theme song. This is for you, buddy. Do you know this song? I'm listening to the MLB theme song. So they have the Texas Rangers theme song. Ode to the Texas Rangers. That's the name of the song. There's even a little cowboy hat on top of the baseball. That's legit. We got a banjo going and everything. Oh, it's no big deal, man. I'm just respecting the awesomeness of your collection. And what's the other best word? What's the other word? We can have our chit chat about Hall of Fame inductees. I appreciate the fact that you can handle my ridiculousness when I get so like bent on the whole Hall of Fame thing. Like, I think it's classy of you just to say, hey, you know what? It's okay. We all have our different opinions because some people get real butthurt. So I appreciate the fact that, how I am too. I'm just kind of like, you collect who you collect. I think it's awesome. Well, I appreciate that, man. Obviously, I like your channel too, man. I pretty much try to catch everybody's all the people I really like. I try to catch their videos all in the same week, so I don't get too far behind. Because like you and there's a handful of other people who do it as well. But there's like 3 or 4 of you guys who like release a lot of content a weekly. So sometimes I gotta find myself behind if I like sleep on it too much. So I like trying to make sure I catch through most of the week and keep caught up. Yeah, I was just saying that's true. Yeah, I was just saying how much I already missed baseball season. I'm already thinking of 2019. Bob Lewis, obviously, that's not because he's on here, but I find, and I'm gonna be honest, because I don't really care if people like me or don't like me, or like, if I have a subscriber list of one person or 10,000 people, like it doesn't matter to me. So I'm just having fun. But you obviously, I mean, the people I find, like people I'm drawn to immediately are you, Bob Lewis, Chasing Inc., Pepino Man, Mark from Kentucky, Hidden Gem, Cuban Collector, Impact Player, Mike O, Wesker Griff. Mike O, like when Mike O does like his like PC editions, I think that's cool. I really like that. And I think it's cool that he does a lot of box breaks, even though I can't afford and or not interested in that. I think it's cool to kind of watch. Yeah, he had a really cool. I think it's cool to watch other people open product that I'm never going to be able to afford, or B, have really any interest in. But I will say, like, the one thing I like about your channel, which is similar to Mike's, but Mike does, like, I just can't sometimes go the entire 20, 30, 40 hour long minute is like the slab videos. Like you'll do, you know what you do. You do like 2 to 7 maybe per video. And maybe you break it up. And I think that's, 10-minute videos of slabbed. There's only so much you can handle if like if you got a guy who has, this many slabs, and they're just like Gem Mint 7, Gem Mint 8, Gem Mint 3, Gem Mint 6. Like I'm just like, dude, I just can't keep up with it. Like it's just too much for me to handle. And that's not like, I mean, that's no knock at anybody at all. I mean, I'm not trying to knock anybody. This is for me personally, because I don't do all that. I kind of like start like, that even though I do appreciate and like seeing the cards, I just start like, fading off into like I don't know if you've seen Thor Ragnarok, but it's kind of like this weird trippy moment where my mind's like going through a portal. So it's sometimes hard to keep up. Yeah, I try to keep. Yeah, well, you all know. Hey, what's up? Hey, Chico, what's going on, Jonathan? But I always try to tell people. I always send my videos. I'm sure people will watch them. I'll say I'm gonna try to keep this video under 10 minutes, and it's inevitable that it ends up going to like 15. But I really do try. But I've had a couple big care package videos from people recently, and there's just a lot to get through. And if it's been my videos, I've been trying to keep them under 10 minutes. But if it's like a care package video, sometimes it does, it kind of takes, it just does its own thing. It's kind of hard to like, because I really want to show my appreciation and I really want to enjoy going through the cards. So it takes sometimes a lot longer, which it is what it is. I'm not making apologies for it. It just, I agree with you, Mike. I do want to try to keep it at 10 minutes. Oh, another guy I like is your friend. I can't remember his name all of a sudden, but the guy who does the signatures. I think he has a really cool channel too. He doesn't do a whole lot, so it's easy to keep up with it. But I like his channel. I like autographs in general. I like when you do your autograph collection. I mean, I feel like probably over the course of however many years you've been doing this or how many videos you've done, I feel like I've seen pretty much all your videos, or at least a fair majority. I always think like I want to see his like a real like just autograph all the autographs that you have and like maybe break them up in like I don't know Hall of Famers. I know you've done that kind of superstars, players that you just enjoy, whatever. Because I know you must have tons. So, anyways, I like that kind of stuff. And I just like your vintage stuff in general. I always think it's really cool. Because you've been buying lots of 60s and 70s and 80s stuff. Well, actually, you seem like you've been buying lots of 70s and 80s stuff more recently for your decades collection. I believe that's the right terminology, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been cool to see you get like a 1987 Nolan Ryan or a 1985 Ricky Henderson or whatever. I think it's kind of cool to see those cards because I think if we're all honest, none of us ever in our million years or our dreams when we were collecting those cards back in the 80s, even the 90s probably, would ever think, I really need to get this. I really need to get my Barry Larkin slabbed. I really need to get this in this clear plastic little like frame. Like none of us would ever think that that's something that we would be doing now. Or there would be people, and I think it's really cool that, that you take a card like an 87, Fleer card like this of Barry Larkin, it just makes it look better in this right here. It's just so cool. How many? I will say you have 800 autographs. That's what I'm gonna think because it seems like every time I watch a video, like at least once or twice a week, you have a few autographs that you somehow either show for the first time or make a reference to. Or say I've done this before, but this for somebody else, or you bought them. Because I know you've been really working on that Panini one, I believe, or the Greats of the Game. So I think that's cool, and I might be messing some of that up because, as we all know, we watch each other's videos so much. Oh my gosh, 2,574. Get loud. I'm glad I was sitting down because I would have been falling over. Man, what's up, Josh? We were just talking about you, but in a good way. So, man, that is cool, dude. That is crazy. Well, maybe you can't do you couldn't even chop those up in like any small video like series. It would take. I mean, you would just end up just doing just that. But I would love to see some of that. And I know that you've done videos similar to that, but that's so cool. Man, that is awesome. So I know I've mentioned this before, or you've mentioned this before, I'm sorry. But realistically, what is the one autograph from a Hall of Famer that you really want and it's attainable, but it just hasn't happened yet? So what would be your answer to that? Or I don't know. And then on the other side, who's a player that's playing like more modern time, or even a player who's playing right now? Walter Johnson, yeah, that you would want to get that you don't have yet. Somebody that you really respect or like, that not a Hall of Famer. It might not even be anybody like a superstar, but it's somebody you really want to get an autograph of. That just hasn't happened yet. Walter Johnson. Now, everybody from now. What's the likelihood of you getting a Walter Johnson autograph? I mean, I don't know much about his market. Is it something realistically you can get, or is it not even possible? Like it's going to be super hard to track down or get? I'm watching it, guys. Wow, 1,500. Now, is that like on a flat, or is that like on a ball, or it doesn't matter? It doesn't matter. A Walter Johnson autograph is $1,500, no matter if it's on a flat item or a ball, or is there a premium? Okay, can we play some music? That'd be great. That's for a flat. Wow. Holy smokes, man. That is crazy. So I guess you just have to really buckle down. That'd be awesome. You just have to buckle down. Probably tell Julie that you're gonna need to go to the plasma bank for a couple weeks straight and just sell, however much plasma legally you can do, so you can have that money to go for that Walter Johnson, man. Good luck with that, dude. I'm sure Julie will support you all the way. Be like, Julie, I gotta run after work over to the plasma thing. I gotta sell this for $75. I gotta get that Walter Johnson. It ain't going any lower. Stupid sick. Yeah. Now let me ask you: is it just in your man cave room? Is that where your collection is stored, or do you have it throughout the house, like certain like prime pieces that you have set up everywhere else? Lord have mercy. That is crazy, dude. I can guarantee you that I could spend about $2,000 in about a 10-year period on baseball cards. So I'll slowly catch up with you, brother. You just hold on while I hit the gas pedal. 2,000 to 5,000. Oh, yeah, that one other extra zero does make a big difference. I mean, like when you do your videos, I mean, that's what it looks like the price range is based on what I know from eBay pricing and things. Even though I don't go after a lot of that higher end stuff. I mean, obviously I always keep track and like know. And that's really cool though. I mean, no wonder you can get the kind of cards and grades that you get, because I mean, if that's your budget, that's pretty good options that you have. You have it before you month to month. That's cool. So let me ask you this then, and maybe you've done this video before and you talked about this before, and I'm sorry if I repeat myself. Oh wow, in the bank. That's cool. What's the one piece that you had the opportunity to get either card or memorabilia, or autograph, whatever, that you had the chance and it slipped through your fingers? Like it's an eBay thing, an auction thing, like a REA, or you're at like a physical auction, like you did with that gentleman from Texas that you went to his auction a couple of weeks ago. What was the one item that you really wanted that you probably will never get, that you would go back and say, I would have spent that little extra money, would have got it? Or has that never happened to you? Because there's not enough time in the day about those situations for me, but I just wonder if somebody that has your kind of budget ever had something that slipped through your fingers that was realistic, that you could afford, but it just didn't work out for you. As you can see, I need to get a haircut, so I need to afford a haircut right now, and I don't need to worry about spending between $2,000 to $5,000, maybe more like between $20 and $25 for a nice chop on the wig here, the old wig. Walter Johnson stuff, and I have this. Oh man, yeah. But I mean, I think that's really well. One thing I really think is awesome is I watched the video of you and your father working on. I believe you call it. Is it the monster? Or I can't remember what you call it, the monster or whatnot. But the all the drawers that you have your slabs in and things. And I think it's really cool that your dad and you work together on that. I think that's super cool, man. I was like, that's awesome. Am I right? And again, this might be something I'm sure you've discussed. Was he the one who got you into collecting baseball cards? The Beast, there it is. Was he the one who got you into collecting baseball cards when you were younger, or is that something that you and him just have the whole like working together on like those kind of like working with your hands projects, but he doesn't really care about ball cards. He's more of like what do you call that? Like a guy who likes to work with tools and woodworking and stuff. He seemed like he's very knowledgeable in that. That's a beautiful chest you have, or the Beast. I mean, that is amazing. Okay, Axl Rose, that's enough, man. Jeez Louise. Moving on, the next song is okay. I can deal with the next song. Lord have mercy. Axl Rose was really owning that last, a little bit of that song, that lyric. Jeez. Oh, that's right. Okay. I do remember, yeah, because Julie had kidnapped you and you couldn't talk or something like. Oh no, that was the one where she just kidnapped you, but the one where she interviewed you from beyond the cardboard. That's cool. I still think you should have Julie on the show more. By the way, P.S. I mean, you get a lot more thumbs up. You get a few more thumbs down because people gotta be haters. But she by far is a great addition, asset to your channel, man. I think she's great. That was really, really cool. I know, man. People are just so petty. I swear. I know you mentioned that kind of before. People are super petty, dude. Seriously, she's a lot of fun. Like, I think it's cool when people's loved ones or kids or whatever pop on. I think it's cool. I mean, it adds another dynamic to it. Obviously she shares somewhat of your passion because she goes with you to the baseball games and she can have fun with you about the packages and just enjoy spending time with you in that way. So obviously she has, a good sense of humor about it all. So I think it's cool. Can't give everybody too much Julie. It'll end up being Julie's channel and no longer your channel. That happens. Yeah, it's like every quarter she shows up and does a special event episode. Well, like Bob Lewis has been showing, his wife's been popping in recently. That's been cool to see that she's showing up in the videos. That's cool. And I know Cuban Collector, his a significant other has been popping up in his videos. The old cigars and cards been popping up in his bagels with cream cheese and guava. Yeah, Bob's a white. Yeah, that's all. I always enjoy those videos. I just enjoy people being able to share with their family. I don't know. I just enjoy that. I just think it's funny when she's trying to figure out who the player is or pronouncing the name, or she just talking about how good looking the card is. Or how pretty it is, or like how she appreciates the extra little love in the package if somebody put a thank you note or whatnot. Like all those touches are really I enjoy. Impact player. Oh, I missed something the impact player said. Oh yeah, yeah. The Beast, man, that was so awesome. That's awesome. I'm gonna need you to make me one of those as well next to your dad and send it to Indiana. So no pressure. I'm not really giving you a time frame that needs it done. Needs to get done. I just need it shipped here. You can do it with like a crate and ship it that way on the river, on the old Mississippi, and send it up to Indiana. So, oh my gosh, Alex Bowman 53. What is up, man? What is up? You know what? What is up, Buttercup, dude? For you, Alex, I'm gonna show this belly flopping 1960s era when it first debuted card, because when I think of Bowman 53 cards, I think about just belly flopping and just this awesomeness of Alex's channel. Right into an old cup of coffee. All right, man. Bob, I miss you already, man. You remember, you're my number one on the MySpace account. You're welcome, dude. Oh my gosh. Did I just see Passion for Cards show up? Holy smokes. Now, hold on, let me get my belt buckle put on here. I gotta put my belt buckle on because we're in for a ride. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. That is awesome. Matt from Virginia. The only YouTuber that sounds like the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Absolutely a stunner. Man, we have a cornucopia of the best what of YouTube has to offer. Yeah, man, we're doing good, man. We got some heavy hitters in here today, including me, which goes without saying. Oh my gosh, and Mark from Kentucky just get in here. Man, I'm seriously getting ready to pass out from all this awesomeness. Oh yeah, man, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, like I was telling some other people on the phone, you know, it can easily turn out to be just me by myself, which is fine because, like I was saying in the video, I'm going anyways. So if like no one can come, then that's fine. I completely understand. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. You know, it's kind of like, you know, I saw the guys what they were doing in California, and you know, I was like, you know, I know California is obviously not a small state, and I'm assuming some of those guys might have had to drive a few hours to get together. And so I thought, you know what, if those guys could do it, if there's a few people who want to drive a couple hours and we can meet, that'd be great. So, oh my gosh, it is Steve, Carter's Kids Extraordinaire. Dude, what is going on? So I feel, yeah, it was, so we'll see. I keep trying to tell every time I get a chance on my last video I did a couple days ago, I was saying that Steve needs to start doing more videos. And I don't want to hear that. Alex, you just come on up from Georgia up here. You just get on up here. I don't want to hear about being too far away. I'm semi-retired. Well, you can be like, what are some of the players who are some player managers from back in the day? I wasn't gonna say Pete Rose, but I know how you feel about Pete Rose, so I'm not gonna go there. Was Billy Martin a player manager for a while? Who else was there? Some player managers. Man, I hope you're sitting down, Mike, because these cards are gonna blow your socks off. Oh my goodness. I'm sure I've shown some of these cards, but I've been going through some of my cards recently and putting them on trading card database so I can keep track of my cards, because I'm starting to lose track of the cards. Oops, sorry. I'm starting to lose track of the cards that I have, like what all I'm getting and their conditions. So I've been going through this box and adding some cards to it. So I've been trying to get some cards on there. So I know I've probably shown some of those before. But like I said, nothing says right after Yogi Bear a Goose Gossage rookie card. I mean, that really just blows everybody away. I mean, when I think of Yogi Bear, I immediately go to Goose Gossage. I think Yogi Bear was still playing when Goose Gossage was playing, though. So there's that. Let's see. Got me some Vita Blue. I love these. I love the 1975, dude. I know this is a little off center, but Victor Negron, what is up, dude? And this is a cool one here. This is a I don't even know what year this is, but this is a Lou Brock, and it's still in the package. And I mean, again, I know this is probably like a quarter or something, but there's other cards in there with this Lou Brock. But I don't know what year this is. But I know it's obviously still in the package, so I think that's kind of cool. 1975 best post-war era set. Oh, really? You think so, Andrew? Thank you for showing up today, man. Who needs a Midwest meetup when I got all the best guys in here right now? Here's another Lou Brock. I love this Lou Brock card, dude. I love this Lou Brock card. I know it's probably not as sexy as some of his other ones. I just like the way this card looks. I just love this design. I just really enjoy this design. This card's not in the greatest shape. I don't know. I think it probably came from somebody's. They probably put it in like an album or something. It looks like some kind of yellowish residue on the card, unfortunately. But, Silver Jackify's on here. Holy guacamole. Man, I don't know if I can keep up with this awesomeness. I'm about ready to pass out. But I love this Yogi Berra card. And I got that card. It came in like a lot. I bought the lot off of Facebook Marketplace for like 10, 15 bucks. And there was a whole bunch of stuff in there. But that Yogi Berra was in there, I believe. An Al Oliver rookie card, I believe. Silver Jackify! Oops. This is what happens when we don't pay attention to what you're doing. Sorry. This is here we go. I like this one. Rest in peace right there, buddy. Willie McCovey. He was 80 years young. Oh, Silver Jackify equal Hall of Famer. I'm going to put in for, I have to agree with, I forgot who said this, so I can't remember. Oh my gosh. Snoop is here. I'm going to put, I know, I love it. I'm going to put Bob Lewis in for Rookie of the Year, though, for next year. For Rookie of the Year, I'm going to put Bob Lewis in for that. So, I know Carl Erskine's not a big deal for a lot of people, but I just like this. I love the look of this set. I think it's a really beautiful looking set. So, oh, wow. Congratulations on having your son or your kid. That's awesome, Joe. That is so awesome. So cool. I love my Carl Erskine, as you all can tell. I didn't pay that price, by the way. I don't know where that came from, but I love this set. I love this look. I just love the Erskine's cards. I like this too. Here's Preacher Row. I love my Brooklyn Dodgers. As you can tell, as I'm going through some Brooklyn Dodgers stuff, so same card, but just same card, but just a different probably grade. Got a couple of Hall of Famers on that card. I always like the floating head cards. I always forget that Tony Perez played for the Expos. It kind of just, whoa, my phone's getting ready to drop. Drop it like it's hot. I can't do this song. This is Bonnie Tyler. I think I'm going to skip this song. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh, the next song is one of my favorites. Does anybody remember this song here while we're watching cards? Alphaville, Forever Young. I love this song. Look at this card right here, guys. Put this in your old pipe and smoke it. This is a good looking card. I feel like this card, as Mike Baseball Collector would say, shows well. Or just, yeah, I think it's, you say shows well or displays well. But I like this card a lot. I think it looks great. This card is a pretty older card. Yes, Forever Young equals Napoleon Dynamite. Yes, indeed. But I love this song. The video is super weird, but I know. I think this card looks really good for, 59. It's on a Sporting News card. My favorite baseball announcer of all time, Mr. Bobby Uecker. The original Bob. You don't have this card, dude? You're spending too much money chasing that Walter Johnson autograph. Pops. I love this Willie Stargell card. But I like the next one coming up. This other Pops card's actually a lot more fun because they're in their Bumblebee costume with that hat. I just love that card. Oh, that's true, dude. Yeah. That's very true. And this is like an iconic card for me from the early 80s of Reggie Jackson. I mean, something really special about the card is like a 25-cent nickel, whatever, quarter card. I just always have a high appreciation for that. I don't know. This might be close to it right here. I think there's been 1 or 2 times that I got close to 20-ish, maybe. I don't know. I think there was something to do with what I was showing. I can't remember. It was like a Friday night or something. But yeah, I just found that out, Mike, when I was doing the trading card database thing. It actually said, the variations. I didn't realize. So, but today is definitely. Oh, sorry. Got the Necro Brothers and the Mike Flanagan. That's the real superstar right there. Now that I said it, it's funny you just mentioned that and everybody's like, oh, you're getting close to 20, Jason. We're gonna drop you down a couple. Not that I care. I could care less, but I appreciate everybody hanging out. Billy Martin. And this is some cool stuff. I know if you all watched some of my videos recently, you all seen this, but I love this Ken Griffey Jr. Riverfront Stadium relic card for the in Cincinnati. I just think this card is so awesome from one of the seats. It might have been from the seat that I was sitting in back in the 80s. Yes, thank you. The cool floating heads are always a hit with all of it. I know. Oh my gosh, yeah, now that you're here, we definitely got the who's who. It is awesome. I love this card here. I love that like burned, that they do on these cards. It's really cool. I totally dig it. And I can't believe Dave's here too, man. This is awesome. I know I've shown some of these cards recently, so sorry if it's a repeat, but this is what I have sitting in front of me. So you're just going to have to just deal with it. YouTube party. We got this one right here. Scott Rowland. So, out of the people who's here, who thinks Scott Rowland deserves to be in the Hall of Fame or who doesn't? You can give me like a yes or a no. Scott Rowland Hall of Fame, yes or no? There's been some discussion recently that people think he deserves to go, and there are other people who say no. So what do you all think? Yes for Scott Rowland, no for Scott Rowland. And while you're thinking about that, I'll show another Scott Rowland. No, no, no. I agree. I like Scott Rowland, and he's an Indiana boy, but I don't think he deserves to go to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, Hall of Very Good. I agree with that. Here's a guy who made it to the Hall of Fame. More deserving than baseball collector. Man, that was cold, dude. That was a hard shot. Yeah, right there. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Oh, yeah, I got some other cards right here in front of me. I didn't even bother looking. Don Sutton. I kind of agree with that, with Trammell. Honestly, Jack Morris is the same way, in my opinion. Trevor Hoffman. I mean, I'm like, they're all really good, for sure, like, without a doubt. But Hall of Famers, I don't know. I'm just not wowed by the ones you just mentioned. Or you mentioned and I just mentioned. Yaz, yeah, I think he makes it. I think he should be in there. Jim Rice. Quite honestly, I've never been impressed with Jim Rice that much. Uh-oh. We're getting ready to watch a throwdown. Has anybody ever seen the movie? Oh no! What? Now it's the one with Jim Carrey and Me, Myself, and Irene. By the whole paternity test, he's like, "Those kids aren't yours," and like that's exactly the first thing I think of when Mike said that. It's like, I think you're gonna need a paternity test because I don't think those kids are yours. I agree, dude. I mean, I'm glad you said that, Dave, because honestly, if Trammell makes it, why is Malley not in there? I mean, honestly, and this is not because I'm a Malley fan, because I believe they had very identical careers. I mean, Trammell had a longer career because he wasn't injured. But if I'm looking at stats, I'm thinking, you know. I love this Frank Robinson. I still hate the fact that the Reds let him go and trade him. I love this Walmart Mary Shell card. He looks so young and just hopeful in this picture. I think this is my only Clemente card. I think I might have some Clemente somewhere else. I don't know. They might be at my folks' house. My dad's working on the Beast Jr. to keep up with baseball collector Mike. I'm gonna call it BJ. Oh my gosh, I cracked myself up. This is a really good looking card. I just found this card by accident in my collection. I just like the way this card looks. It's in really good shape, I think. I don't know if you all agree or disagree of this Hank card. But this card looks fantastic. I really like this card. This is 1957? Yeah, 1957, I thought, yeah. But this card looks so nice. I just really dig it, like, you know. I don't know. I mean, it presents well. Yeah, I heard you, Jonathan. Yeah, I need to go. I'm actually going for the holidays during Thanksgiving to my folks' house. I'm gonna actually ask my dad. Oh my gosh, Ray from Philly. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me wipe the drool off my face that Ray's in here with us, dude. That is awesome. Wait, what's up, buddy? Thanks for hanging out with us. But I'm going to ask my dad if I can have a bunch of my other cards from his house. I didn't even realize I had this like Topps Traded card. I just love the way it looks. But I'm going to ask him if I can, when I go to the house this during Thanksgiving, if I can get a whole bunch of my cards out of storage. A lot of my vintage and rookie cards from like the 50s and 60s and 70s, and probably throughout my childhood, quite frankly. The floating heads are back. We got 3 Hall of Famers on this card. I love that card. I mean, I'm sure everybody likes the whoops. Don't you dare do it. Oh, I knew it. Son of a blip, 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 blip. Toto, Africa. Don't pay any attention to these like little stickers, by the way, guys. It's all Lukatskana. Whoa. Another Steve Carlton. Lefty. The Golden Arm. Shout out to Ray from Philly. We got Mike Schmidt with Pete Rose. I heard both those guys are going to be pretty good when they, kind of get into their careers. They show a lot of promise, but we'll see. I wouldn't bet on them being that good, but they're pretty good. There we go. That ball's probably going to hit Steinbrenner right in the throat if Reggie Jackson could have got his way. Good old Steve Garvey. Steve Garvey. Yogi Berra, manager card. Oh my gosh, Mike O. Dude, what is up, my brother? I love this card here, too. This Pops card. Pops 85401. Hey. Just kidding, that's Topps. I know you all didn't know the difference. I was throwing you all for a loop with my witty banter. Rod Crew, shout out to MP Fox. Man, what's everybody, man, MP Fox, dude, I'm totally digging MP Fox's channel, man. I don't know if you all, I'm sure a lot of you all probably have seen him already, but I highly recommend you all check out MP Fox's channel if you haven't seen it yet. It's a father-son duo, but it's great. I know, I don't know what I did to have such an awesomeness of YouTubers pop in, but yeah, it's awesome. I'm very, very fortunate to have such great guys on here tonight. But definitely check out MP Fox, guys, if you all haven't checked his channel out. Like, it's kind of cool because if you check his channel out, he's only had like 15 videos, maybe, if that. But you can start watching him in his collection. He's like starting from scratch. And it's going to be kind of cool to watch him and his son work on their collection together. So I highly recommend checking out his channel. What in the world is this crap? This is I can't listen to this. I'm going to throw up in my mouth. What in the... Let's switch that song. I can't do it. Fergie Jenkins. There you go, another Texas Ranger card of Fergie. Yeah, I know that Aaron was nice. Thank you for noticing. Now we're going to get into some like insert cards or maybe some like 80s stuff that you all may or may not care about, but it's okay if you don't like it because it's about me. Willie Mays, I heard he's going to turn out to be a pretty good player. I have a lot of high hopes for him. This is some kind of insert card from like 2012, yeah. Mickey Mantle insert card. I just like the way this card looks. I'm sure it's just like a 10-cent card. I know it is. It feels like a Hall of Fame convention right now. You're right, of all the YouTubers, man. It's cool. I know I've shown this card 100 times, but I just love this card. This Donnie baseball out of, I believe this is Leaf. What product is this? Studio. It's numbered on the back. I just really love this card. It's probably no big deal. Yeah, Willie Mays probably will be a Hall of Famer one day. You're right. Yeah, thank you, Matt. Yeah, are you all gonna do like some kind of YouTube ballots, like YouTube channel ballots for all of us who want to pick the new class for the fall 2019? Because I got a couple ideas of who I like to see moving on. There we go. Josh Hamilton had so much promise, had so much talent, and he snorted it away. February, awesome. So, Mike, what is your criteria on the Hall of Fame voting ballots? Now, do I have to be a sports writer, a YouTube writer to do this? Like, what is the criteria for this? Don't do drugs, kids. That's right. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins. Don't do drugs. All right, cool. That's the only criteria? That's not too bad. I read that, by the way. Here's everybody's favorite New York Mets pitcher. It's a thickie. It's a thickie. All right, so you can have people stuff the ballot box is what you're saying, right, Mike? I can have all my family and friends. Mets suck. I agree. I have all my family and friends in Japan, like they always do with all the Japanese baseball players, stuff the ballot box. Don Mattingly, the cards your mom threw out. Don't get too excited. Oh, I didn't put that over there. I love this King Griffey Jr. Yes, you could. Yeah, that's a cool King Griffey Jr. There's a final countdown for your YouTuber Hall of Fame for next year. There we go. I love this Bo Jackson. See you later, Steve. I miss you already, man. I would like for the Mets to do something every once in a while. Mark, I want to say this is a cool card. It's kind of weird to see Josh Hamilton on this card with Barry Bonds and Yaz. But I like this card. This is a 2000. This is early 2000. Yeah, oh, this is a 2000 card. I think I did this for one of the videos, one of the oddball things. This vintage 2001 with no names. Barry Bonds, Luis Gonzalez, and Sammy Sosa. There's no names on the card. When I first got that, I didn't know. I was looking at it. I'm like, something doesn't seem right with this card. I don't quite know what it is. but it doesn't look right. I just don't know. I can't put my finger on it. And then I put it down, and then I came back to it, and I'm like, hold on, wait, there's no names on here. I was like, that is so weird. Oh, too bad Steve just left. There's a Buster Posey card that his little buddy's gonna get. Troy, Bryce Hopper, Dave. What? What is up, dude? How you doing, my brother? Oh my gosh, 700 slabs, dude. That is crazy. That is out of control, my brother. Oh, it's the same card. Never mind. Sorry, I showed the same card twice. I love this. I pulled this out of a pack about, I don't know, 6 months ago. That's pretty cool to pull this out. So, this was, out of 5,000, this was 2,087. 2,087. The Bob Gibson, Swimming in Slabs. That that really should be like the name of Mike's Slab reveal videos. He should change it to Swimming in Slabs. I mean, that is classic. Mike O presents Swimming in Slabs. Like a DuckTales. Crack them all open. I have a feeling that Mike might crack, might crack up if somebody cracked all his slabs. I think this is actually a number card, maybe. I might just be making that up. It looks like I'm making it up. I don't see a number on there. Oh, yeah. Here's a Hank Aaron I like. That's a good-looking card. Here's my vintage Babe Ruth card. I've already shown this card before in a past video because I talked about the quote, but I love that Greg Maddox card. Man. Hey, I'm just saying, give me the night, dude. Give me the night. You got a Yaz and a Triple Crown winner, Cabrera. Yeah. Why you gotta tell everybody about my secret weapon for next year's national? Right. I agree. For sure. Here's the best of the Ripken brothers right here. The black box Ripken. I'm not opening the. I'm not even going to open it, dude. I'm just going to sell it when Jeter hits the Hall of Fame. I'm going to sell it. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to get more. I'm going to get more money. I'm going to get more money by selling the boxes than opening the box and then find out A, I don't have any of the Jeters, or B, the Jeters are all janked up. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping I can get around 10K for it, or close to it, because right now they're selling for $3,000 all day long. So I'm going to get up over here. Ugh. What movie? What are y'all talking about? What movie? I'm gonna put this over here keeps it a little more steady. I hope. Sorry, guys. Oh, yes, I have 2 boxes. There we go. I hope that stays. I hope that stays. If it doesn't, I apologize in advance. Yeah, I have 2 boxes of that, yes. But I'm probably not going to open it up. I mean, like I said, I feel like I'd be stupid to open it up, quite frankly. And I'm stupid in a lot of things, but hopefully not that. I'm just going to hope to sell it when the price is right, when Jeter hits the hall. What am I missing? What movie? We all talking about a movie. Okay, now it's charging. Okay. Basketball movie. What basketball movie? Am I missing something? It's a basketball movie. I have no idea what's happening here. Old school movie. You all are messing with me, I guess, because I have no idea what you're talking about. You all can take a look at my beautiful kitchen in the back behind me. You see a toaster oven and my teapot. Oh yes, we do need a new movie. Oh, has anybody saw that about that movie where the catcher for the Yankees, I believe, was a spy or assassin or something? I know that came out this past year. The Catcher and the Spy. The best basketball movie, Blue Chips. Actually, Hoosiers, then Blue Chips. Oh, it's a movie called One on One. I'm so sorry, Ray. Sorry, I'm stupid. That's probably why. Spaceship Airbud. We should do a baseball movie on Mike O. I mean, he already did his. Honestly, dude, I am not even going to kid you, Mike. When you did your Philadelphia Phillies, like, pre-video about you growing up as a Philadelphia Phillies fan, I like seriously got a little bit teary-eyed. Like, it was like amazing to see like your passion, your family's passion for all things Philadelphia Phillies, and that was amazing, dude. Like, seriously amazing. Like, I feel very strongly about my teams and growing up, and that was awesome. Oh my gosh. One later. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you have a very healthy relationship. Yeah, I love Blue Chips, but definitely Hoosiers. You know, it's kind of cool that if anybody's able to make it to Indiana, either for the meetup, or if people come through going to Chicago and they want to stop in Indiana, if you have all the locations that he filmed Hoosiers in is around my house. So within like 30 minutes of where I live, the 3 or 4 basketball stadiums are all, or I should say courts, are all around my house where they filmed Hoosiers. The main one actually is just down the street from me, actually. So that'd be kind of cool to go check out if you're a big Hoosiers fan, because I love the movie Hoosiers. It's right over here somewhere. I have it right here. I don't know where it is, but I know I have it in front of me somewhere. It was just here. But, yeah, that'd be cool. Shirts and skins. Oh my gosh, Mike, you're killing me. You're a whole lot more off the rails when you're not doing your videos, apparently, dude. That's cracking me up. I love it. Yeah, man, maybe I should do one of those videos. I never even thought about it. But yeah, maybe I can do some of the videos of the Hoosier courts. I just have to call ahead of time and get some permission, I'm sure, to film. But I could do one of the Dave Giuseppe ones when he did the Jackie Robinson, nowhere near as iconic, for sure. But maybe I can do that. And also, the other cool thing is my family helped build or remodel the fields down in southern Indiana by Evansville, where they filmed 2/3 of the League of Their Own. So they still have connections with the people, those stadiums. So they said, I'm sure I can ask them if I can go onto the fields and film where they filmed League of Their Own. Because they filmed in a couple local places in Evansville where they filmed it. So maybe I can do that too. Because those fields are still being used by the local baseball teams there. Well, there's one in Knightstown, Indiana, semi-pro. The two main field, two of them was one's Butler University, and the other one is Knightstown's basketball court that's still it's still being used to my knowledge by the high school, and I think they filmed somewhere else too, or local, maybe not as much. I'll have to go back and look at like all the filming locations, but like it's a huge thing. Like everywhere you go in Indiana, like this area, they're like go to where they filmed Hoosiers, the basketball court that was filmed on location or whatever. So it's a thing. It's a thing. So I'm sure they filmed in like California or other places. I'm sure they have, but I know that quite a few of the courts were filmed here. So yeah, I think I go Hoosiers, Blue Chips, and then I'm trying to think of another basketball movie I really like. Maybe Scooby-Doo meets the Harlem Globetrotters. Oh, that'd be cool, Ray. Are you gonna tell us who you want, or is it gonna be a reveal? I'm assuming it's gonna be a reveal. It'll be a reveal video. Oh, I know I was gonna ask the people. Oh, geez. Oh, this is the police. Never mind. I thought it was the Puff Daddy Puff Daddy version. I was like, ugh. One on one. Yeah, Mike Payne's my grandpa, so I never tell people this because I don't want you all to be like trying to get me to hook you up with free signed autographed copies of his book. But he's my grandpa, so he's been a editor for Beckett for years, and took a step back to write that book for a while. Oh my gosh, Bing Scott, dude, what's up, brother? Can't believe it, man. We have like the who's who of the YouTuber community. There's so many Hall of Famers in here right now and like superstars. I mean, I feel like they're going to end up having to induct all of us into the Hall of Fame, like just by proxy of it, dude. That's crazy. Gary, yes. I'm trying to find my Hoosiers disc. Somebody wanting to show it off, but oh well. Yep, I know he's the editor. Ray, he's my grandpa. He's my grandpa. You want to see another future Hall of Famer? Here's a Hall of Famer for you all. That's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, no kidding. He owes him a lot of royalties. No kidding. No kidding. I always enjoy Ray's videos when he goes, all right, I'm gonna flip this around now. I'm gonna read from the Mike Payne book. I always get excited to find out what's in the book. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, I will be like, hey, Gramps, you need to be on Ray's channel. Like, he has a whole lot of questions to ask you. And I would probably say that wouldn't you like for him to do an expanded version of the 300, maybe make it 400 or 500 cards of the 20th century or whatever. Maybe you want to do something like that. Or that would help you out. Tell me the king of the 300 wants his channel. So, if I'm not mistaken, I know that you and Mike both have mentioned this in your channels. Where are you on the list of of the 300? Like, how far down the list are you? Like, are you ranked number 7th or 12th or 1st or what? I can't remember. I know you just said it like 1 or 2 videos ago, but I'm trying to remember. I think Mike mentioned it on his channel too, so I might be getting you all confused because I was just trying to remember. Okay, have his people call your people. I will do. I'll have him call and talk to Ray Ray and be like, Ray Ray needs to set this up. You're eighth, okay. Is Mike? Is he fifth? Sixth? I can't remember. I thought he said he mentioned it. Card convention, Mike. Oh. No kid. Soon to be seventh. I like it. I like the positive, like, just it's happening. Yeah, I know. I knew he was ahead, but I didn't know how far and how much further ahead he was. Like, is he in fifth place? I know you all said like it sounds like you're catching up, but there's a handful of people that have quite a few more cards, so it's gonna take a lot longer to get caught up to the so and so. And I'm sure maybe that person also was tracking them down. Mike has dropped out. I'm sixth. Mike, oh, you dropped out, Mike. You graciously have let Ray come by and pass you up. There's a lot of Mikes on YouTube. There's at least two Jasons I'm aware of, me and Cubs fan. So Ray will never catch me. Oh, and he put never in capital letters. Wow. That is a bold statement. But Ray, I believe that you will take the Pepsi challenge and give him the old college try and get caught up with him. Don't. I know that Mike mentioned earlier, I'm assuming this is not a secret, you put it out there, that his baseball card collecting budget is otherworldly. So I would love to see some healthy competition between you two. I guess it's already kind of there, but it'd be awesome. So how many cards left for you, Mike, for you to get to your 300? How many cards are left out of the 300? If you're ranked number 6, and Ray's about ready to be ranked number 7th, it sounded like what he said. Wow, 216. Okay. Isn't there? Do you already have the Babe Ruth, Gowdy? I think I saw that card in there, and the Lou Gehrig. Do you already have those cards? Ouch! Ow. I know Alex was mentioning on his channel, Bowman 53, that it's actually becoming more and more difficult. Okay. That it's actually becoming more and more difficult for him to track down the cards that he needs for two reasons. One, based on the scarcity or scarcity of the cards, the quality of the cards, and the price of the cards, like, of course, the players. So he's having to it's starting to become more difficult for him to track down those cards. Because, and I definitely understand, because if you're focused on, like you said, the 300, eventually you're going to have to bite the bullet and get some of those really tough cards, either based on the quality of it, the grade, or the rarity of it. So yeah, I would agree that Mike, but also like Hitman or Matt, sorry, but also like Mike Mike Hitman 23. He has a crazy going handle, I don't know, like Fu Manchu, like thick Fu Manchu thing going. I like his, the thing he has going, like the Hulk Hogan, like just going down. I like that. He looks like Bull Hurley. He looked like Bull Hurley from Over the Top. Actually, now that I think about it, he looks just like Bull Hurley from Over the Top. That's crazy with Sylvester Stallone, the arm wrestling movie, Hitman 23, Bull Hurley, they look just like each other. Hey, collecting America's pastime. Holy smokes. What is going on? It is on, dude. I never would imagine in a million years that a Sunday evening just chit chat would have turned into such a great turnout that we can like really like all kinds of conversations are being had. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Oh, whoops. I've been hearing a lot about Kyle's channel. I've checked out a few of the videos. I need to like really like binge watch them like I do normally. A lot of people that I watch for the first time. 160th card. I think Mike, the best. I'm sorry, Ray. The best thing to do is wait till Mike buys that Walter Johnson, and then he'll be tapped out for a while, and that's when you need to strike and get as many cards as possible for that 300 set. Get him while he's recuperating from that Walter Johnson autograph that he needs to get, and that's when you pounce. Kind of when he's like recuperating, he's kind of down, he's needing a rest. He's needing to kind of like get his wits about him again, and he's kind of just like coming out of it after getting that card, and just the euphoric just overwhelming him of finally getting that. That's when you got to go for it. The cool kids, yeah. Wow, man. Little friendly competition. Yeah, that Walter Johnson ain't gonna be cheap. I mean, Mike and I kind of already been, or we all kind of discussed that not too long ago. That it's not gonna be easy. You know what? If Ray was gonna rob him, I'd like to be there to film it. I'm just be there like a fly on the wall. Alex. Yeah, I'm not for sure. I'm sure Mike can speak to that because he was talking about like apparently he said one quality copy, not copy, but quality autograph of his goes for $1,500. Oh my gosh, Nate, top 85 401, yeah, man, this is out of control. And I feel like I gotta keep this thing going now that Nate's here until like 1 o'clock in the morning because they're 3 hours behind us. I know I saw some Walter Johnson, I think, in the new, or now just passed, the REA auction house. I think, let me go see if I can see it. I got the book right here. It was this past weekend. Let me see. I'm sure there's a Walter Johnson in here somewhere, right? Let's party. I'm gonna try to look and see. That's a Babe Ruth and some Lou Gehrig autographs. Walter Johnson. I gotta go back to all this. I'm trying to look at all the I was rushed home to jump on. Well, I'm glad you safely made it home safely. I know, dude, this book is insane. They like, what do they send it out a couple times a year. I think the only requirement is, if I'm not mistaken, is that you have to at least bid once a year, maybe, or once every 2 years. I'm sure somebody who's more knowledgeable than myself. Yeah, it ended a week ago. But man, this is like a history book, though. I love it. I'm gonna keep this book. It's like something you can go back and read about. I love it. It's almost like the Cooperstown. There's so much history in this book. It's unbelievable. This is crazy. I'm just like looking at some of these cards. It just boggles my mind. There's a Lou Gehrig autograph for $10,000 off of a check. So there's that. Been looking at cards from the never seen them. Joe's having an epic giveaway. Oh my god, let me put this book's so heavy I'm already passed out from holding it. I gotta work out. You've been working out a lot. No, I didn't win anything, man. Like, honestly, here's the thing. Like, I would probably bid more on those cards, but in Louisville, Kentucky, in November also, actually it's next weekend, Hunt auction, they do one at the Louisville Bat Factory where I'm from. So my dad and I usually go once a year because they come, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Hunt's out of Pennsylvania. And they come down to Louisville and do a like 1 day or 2 day auction. I know one day might be just a showcase, and then Saturday is the actual auction itself. And it's like going into the Hall of Fame. Like they have everything displayed all around Louisville Slugger Museum, and you can see like all the different kinds of memorabilia and game use stuff and cards and flats and autographs and everything. And I like going there for that because I actually see it with my own eyes. I can, read up about it. You can ask questions because there's like a curator or whatever you want to call the person, like, that talks about the stuff and gives you more details. And it's really amazing to see. Like a couple years ago, they had the Roy Campanella estate auction. And so Roy Campanella like had his MVP award was there, all his like memorabilia from his Negro League, as well as his time with the Brooklyn Dodgers. It was amazing. And I got to go to that one. They had one like a Babe Ruth auction or like a Yankees Murderer Row with him and Lou Gehrig, a whole bunch of their items. It was awesome. I mean, obviously all that stuff was out of my dad and I's price range. My dad has a lot more money than me. He's a retired guy, and he just looks for things like to spend his money on. Maybe one day I'll get there, but not anytime right now. But my dad bought some stuff. I mean, nothing like huge, nothing like no Babe Ruth autographs or whatnot off of like, balls, but it was super cool, and it's awesome to go because you get to see it opposed to being in a magazine or a catalog. Not that it's not, you're not excited if you win, you're going to be excited to have it, but it was just cool to be there. And the auction feel is there because you're like people's bidding. You're going against phone bidders. You're going against online bidders. So it's so funny because somebody that's sitting at the Louisville Slugger Museum will be like, they'll say, we're starting the bidding out at $5,000. And I mean, I'm already like, yeah, it's way out of my league immediately. So they'll be like $5,000 and they'll like, $6,000, $7,000. And they're like, oh, we have a phone bid for $10,000. And so all of a sudden everybody at the like Louisville Slugger Museum just goes, and then it just becomes like a phone bidding, like immediately like back and forth. There'll be like 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 14,000, whatever. They just keep going. So it's kind of hilarious because most of the local people can't afford 80% of that stuff, 70% of that stuff. Most of the auctions are going to come from online bidding and phone bidding, like some of the heavy hitters. And like when I was there last time, they'll even say a Hollywood celebrity's on the phone bidding on this item. An internet tycoon has been on that one. An action figure or a comic book creator has been on that one. So they won't tell you who it is. They just kind of like tease you that there are some like celebrities on the phones or whatever making bids on this stuff. So that's kind of cool to know that like Tom McFarlane or whoever is buying stuff at the auction you're hanging out at. So that's kind of fun. But it was really cool to see that stuff. I gotta go back and look at all that. Yeah, that's definitely. I'm still waiting for the first round to be on Silver Jackrify. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna try and go back and read some of the things I was missing. Yeah, I mean, the Hunt auction, the one that's in Louisville, is alive in person, but you can be online and you can be on the phone, like I was mentioning. But yeah, they're real popular because in Louisville Slugger Museum, it's free to get into the museum on those days because they want people to go there because they want people to bid. So, so yeah, let's get stupid. Let's get stupid up in here. Who who in here had to do who's on daylight savings time? Who had to fall back this morning? So right now it feels actually right now it's like 10:15, but it feels like it's actually 9:15. My doggies are cracking me up right now. You need to have your dogs on there, man. Hey, what's up, Jim? I don't think I even really realized you had multiple dogs, Nate. You gotta have them on one of your videos sometime. Yeah, I do too. I like falling back. I like it. I don't like springing forward, but what's up, crackers? Yes. You only one person can say something like that, and that would be Caesar. Oh, you have two dogs? Okay, I didn't realize that, man. That is awesome. I did not know you had two dogs. I thought I remember you having the one, but I didn't realize you had two. That's really cool. Yes. I don't have any dogs, but there's a lot of coyotes around my house. Oh yeah, that Lumpy and Puppy Chow. Yep. My dogs are killer. I bet they are. Oh. Let's try to. Uh, yeah, he's like giving rabies. That's awesome. That's cracking me up. I gave them rabies. Yes. Matt from Virginia. I know. I know, dude. uh, oh my gosh, that's cracking me up, dude. Oh my gosh, that's cracking me up, dude. Uh, that's hilarious. You're not white. uh, have anybody ever seen what is it silver or Full Metal Jacket where when the scene where they're in Vietnam and there's the Vietnamese girl and the two guys are trying to talk to her and then the one guy said he goes you ever seen have you ever seen a pure Alabama black snake and the girl's like oh black snake. I'll never forget that scene. It cracked me up. That's exactly the first thing my mind went to when Matt said about his pet white albino snake. I was like, okay, we got the Alabama black snake. We got the albino Virginia snake. So we're getting our bases covered. You guys are cracking me up today, man. I had to move my phone over here because the battery's about ready to die. There's so much stuff. I don't know if you all know this, but I'm sure I'm not telling some of you all this, but Tupac used to be in Digital Underground. Did you all know that? Who knew that? Digital Underground had Tupac. I love that kind of stuff. Have anybody ever seen this movie, Nothing But Trouble? I love that movie from the 90s, Nothing But Trouble with Chevy Chase, Demi Moore, John Candy, Dan Aykroyd. Such a great movie. Such a great movie. And they break out in song and dance in the middle of the movie with this song. Good stuff. Really? That is so awesome, Nate. With a dancer with Tupac? That is so cool. Yeah, it is where he got to start. Yeah. Like he even makes a mention in one of the songs. It might be, I don't know if it's this song. I think it's Around the World. But yeah, it's a great movie. I love that movie. When I was a kid, I remember it being like a little bit, it was like so off-putting because it was like real, but it's fake. It just kind of felt like it was real enough to be, it was fake, but it could have been real. And I think that's what kind of gave me this unnerving feeling of like, there's really weirdos out there. My favorite YouTube channel? Well, of course they're mine. It's my channel. What are you talking about? Of course it's mine. I love my... Shut up. One pack. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's 2 boxes right now. I'm more of a East Coast guy anyways, more than a West Coast guy. If I'm gonna pick like that kind of stuff. You know, to be honest with you, I mean, I'm sure we all can say that. I mean, I'm sure we all can. Yeah, I think if I'm being honest, there's parts of everybody's channel that I really like, and there's parts that I don't need. You know, like I said, I don't care to. It's not. I'm not as interested. I guess is the most fair thing to say. I love what I do. I think that if I didn't like what I did or I didn't love what I would do, then I mean, you know, I wouldn't have even anybody watching. I think some people watch me because they see that I actually really like what I'm talking about. I have a passion for junk era cards and breaking wax for cheap and all that stuff. All the one-on-one action. Hey, you know what, dude? Just don't throw your back out, Mike. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. So, take it easy, man. Don't let Julie hurt you. Don't let her put you on hurt you, man. But make sure you're there. I'm not even gonna go there. I better keep it classy, like Matt would say from Virginia. But yeah, I think we all would agree that you enjoy what you do on your channel. I mean, I honestly don't do anything to I don't do anything. I'm no different than I am in real life than I am on my channel. Either you like me or you don't like me, so I really don't care if I have 1,000 subscribers or 10 subscribers. I mean, I'm going to keep doing what I do. I mean, I really enjoy the communication. I mean, I've never done a giveaway video. I've never, like, I don't want to say never, but I hardly ever have said subscribe, like, comment on my channel. I don't care about the subscribers. I want people to, like, comment so I can build a, you know, rapport with somebody and talk about the things that we like or don't like or whatever. All right, man. We'll see you in 2 minutes, man. We'll keep the conversations going for you, buddy. But yeah, like what Nate just said, man. Like, I mean, I met Bob Lewis on there. I mean, I feel like there's like 4 or 5 of you guys, maybe even more, that I really am starting to get to really know in a personal manner. Like I communicate with you off the phone or off YouTube. Um, I like Kilroy. Who's Kilroy? I don't know if you're like making fun of me or not. It's okay if you are. I don't know what Kilroy is, but but I mean, I think for me, it just, I am who I am, and like I don't, people come to my channel, they know what they're gonna get. Like, like I was talking to Mike earlier, and some of you all might have been here at the beginning. Like, yeah, it's awesome you're doing another get together, Nate. But like, Mike has this really big budget for his cards. He said between 2,000 to 5,000 a month. And I mean, I'm nowhere near that. Like nowhere near that. I mean, like maybe I don't know. I don't even know. I just, the thing is that, and that's fine. And everybody has their niche, and like Mike O, his is like breaking wax and doing the slabs. I mean, he mentioned earlier, I don't know if he's still on, but he mentioned like he had a 700 slab reveal video coming or return or something. I mean, that's awesome. And I watch those videos, and I watch Mike talk about his, and Ray talk about their 300, Mike Payne 300 cards. And I think we all have our little niches, and some of us have the similar tastes. And I learn a lot from everybody. My main thing at the end of the day is I just want to learn things. I want to learn stuff from people that have more knowledge than me, who are willing to share what they have. Either their collections, their knowledge, their passions. Exactly, Nate. Exactly. I mean, that's my budget is like in that $50 to $100 range. I mean, I'm a single dad. I don't have a lot of extra money, and that's not like boohoo Jason or anything like that. I'm just being real. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I'm a single dad, and I mean, we all have our bills. We all have to be fathers and husbands or responsible, or whatever the case is. I mean, so I'm not saying my situation is different than anybody else's, but, and I'm not saying Mike is not the same, but I mean, he has his own bills and responsibilities, but it's just, for me, it's more about having fun with what I can afford. And like what Nate said, have fun with what you can afford. And what's Pepino Man always say, collect your wage or act your wage. And that's true. And I think for me, that's really what it's all about, Sure. I mean, I think we all would agree, no matter if your budget's $50 or $5,000 a month, there's always something else, right? There's always something else that you want. So it's never going to be enough. So you have to make the decision at some point to say, this is being responsible. This is what I can afford. I can't go any higher than this. And that's just about it. That's what it is. So I agree. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you, Alex, about the knowledge. I mean, like how much I've learned about 53 Bowman, to be real, how much, is awesome. How much I've learned about like card grading from Mike O is amazing. Like, like how he even talks about surface. Like I never even would have thought to think about the surface of the card. I think about centering and I thought about corners. That's pretty much it. But then, when Mike would look at the cards and he would talk about the surface issues, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's such a great, that's such a great insight. And I just really appreciate his knowledge. Your knowledge again on 53 Bowman is amazing. Pepino Man Caesar, I mean, his knowledge about just the vintage and his knowledge of certain cards, in sets, like how he was like, he'll say like, this card doesn't even exist for this set, or there's a variation of this card on this set. I mean, like I would have never known that. And to hear, Caesar talk about his collection is super impressive. I mean, we all have that. I mean, Ray from Philly, always talking about the history of cards. I mean, it's just so awesome. I never really would have thought so much about how Mike has mentioned about centering compared to not centering and how that really affects the card. Depending on the centering, like obviously you don't want it to be like lopsided, but just how well it needs to be centered for really to have a good return on your card. I mean, it's so awesome. And I'm very grateful, quite honestly. So Can I collect at the level of Mike O and Mike baseball card collect or baseball collector? No, I can't, and I'm okay with that. But it's really cool to know their knowledge because when that time comes, or that day comes, or if I get presented with an opportunity, I'll have this knowledge, and I love that. So it is really, really cool. I don't totally enjoy this collection of oh, sorry guys, of YouTubers that just share their knowledge. I mean, honestly, like Nate, with Baseball Card Junkies TV and his own channel, and him and Eric, I mean, they share so much about their passions of like 80s and 90s cards and like inserts and their players they like. And I mean, again, it goes back to just that kind of stuff is like I really enjoy. You should run around with your mattress outfit on, dude. That'd be so awesome. And then you could do kind of like a commercial for your company, and you might end up being like like one of those like pitch like salesmen like pitch guys. Like, come into this mattress store and get your Barry Bonds and a mattress for Memorial Day weekend for only $1,500. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Andrew, Nuff Said Cards, I've told him this before. Before I started watching this channel, I had like zero interest. Like, literally zero, probably less than zero on pre-war cards. And now I'm just thinking, dude, I would love to get a hold of a few pre-war cards because I've learned so much from him about that stuff. I mean, he's so knowledgeable. I mean, it's awesome. I just love it. So, yeah, I mean, and at the end of the day, I know all of us will do a response video when somebody asks the question, what would you suggest to a YouTuber that's new? And the two most important things people say are be yourself and have passion in what you collect, whatever it is. And I mean, I think the guys I gravitate towards, at least I feel like, are like the genuine article guys. They are people who are like me in many ways, and I can tell that those are the kind of guy I like to have a beer with, or go hang out with at a card show or a card shop, and we just talk and just crap and just hang out. I just love that stuff. I mean, those are the guys like when they're talking about their passions on their channel, I'm like, yeah, I completely relate to them. So it's very cool. Completely cool indeed. Oh my goodness, we got some Eddie Murphy on here. Yeah, I mean, you also definitely have Pepito Man licking his cards, that's for sure. Yes. You like this experimental French film I'm doing? Yes. Yeah. What is Godard? Is it Jean Godard? Godard? I'm doing some Jean Godard camera angles today. So I hope you appreciate this. Or Luc Besson. So yes. Hit the lick button. Yeah, I think we should definitely do like that. Everybody should start saying that on their videos. If you lick this chat or video, please hit the lick button. If you really want to lick this channel and lick this video, hit the lick button at the bottom. And we should do like a whole week of everybody saying that on their channel and see like if any like new people or people like the occasional viewer be like, did he just say hit the lick button? Like what? So yeah, but yeah, Alex, when I'm not talking about collecting collecting baseball cards, I'm a amateur French film Altera. I can't even see. I'm so French, I don't even know the word. I don't even know the French word I want to use here. But yes. Oh man, I would love to see that, Caesar. If I was being honest, that'd be hilarious. Just make sure you don't go too far over. You don't want to get banned again from making videos from YouTube again. Put peanut adult cheat code. uh, we got some Weezer in the background playing Africa. And all this video also happens to have the comedian stylings of Weird Al Yankovic. If Buffalo Bill shows up in this video, guys, you'll get to see me live and in color expire. Though that would probably be exciting for you, I'll be super terrifying for me. And I don't want to die a virgin, so there's that. Now that's entertainment. Has anybody seen the movie Black Dynamite? Has anybody ever seen the movie Black Dynamite? Please tell me that somebody in here has seen the movie Black Dynamite, because if you want to watch a movie that's hilarious, that is like seriously so over the top, watch that movie. It is a great, hilarious movie. I knew Bob would say yes. I was going to say Bob and Alex would say yes. I mean, I know it. That movie is by far the most hilarious movie I've seen in a long time. Whoa. That movie was so awesome that my phone almost died. Now I flip the camera around. Let me get it switched back around. Sorry, guys. I was so excited about it, my phone almost fell. I was like, oh my gosh, Black Dynamite. Drink that malted liquor. Who's been selling drugs in those neighborhoods? I'm gonna go and kill them. I'm gonna go beat them up and put them in jail. But Black Dynamite, I'm selling drugs to kids in the neighborhood. Man, that's such a great flick. Oh, we're definitely not listening to this song. This is like 91 Fleer Collect. What? Yes, it has a it definitely has a retro theme. Buffalo Bill attacked. Oh yes. Oh, here we go again. Oh, shucky darn. There we go. All right. Listen to this George Michael. Gives the people the wrong impression on this channel. Here we go. This will be a little bit better. Billy Ocean's a little bit more of a safer bet. Yep, Buffalo Bill struck. Got me. I'm trying to look at some videos. Oh, here we go. Has anybody ever seen this movie before? This is like a really rare out of print DVD. I haven't even opened it up because I got other copies. Has anybody ever seen Linda Blair in Savage Streets? If you ever seen this movie, you probably just became my new best friend because it's very rare. The movie itself is rare. Then it came out on DVD and it was sold out quickly. They have never released it again since, to my knowledge. And there are some of the best one-liners in the entire world in this movie. As you can see, it's never been opened. But it is... I mean, I don't know how much I would sell this for on eBay, but it would go for a pretty penny. It is like some great fantasticness in this film. Now, what about this one? Alice's Restaurant? What about this, guys? Anybody seen this movie? This John Waters classic? This is a very popular movie from the 90s that I loved watching. What, this movie or Savage Streets? Cry Baby or Savage Streets? I'm sorry. I don't know which one you're referencing. I apologize. I love Cry Baby. Yeah, I love that movie. It's one of Johnny Depp's first like real movies, like especially as him in the lead. Savage Streets is about a woman whose sister gets brutally attacked, let's say. And she takes it upon herself to turn into a revenge. It's like a revenge flick where she ends up going to seek revenge on the men who savagely attacked her deaf sister. And it's 80s, so it's pretty rough to watch, but it is a very let's just say the very graphic attack scenes in that movie that Linda Blair is carrying out. It's pretty awesome. There's a couple scenes in there where the principal of the school has the most classic 80s one-liners, which I can't say because there might be kids that watch, but it's pretty out there. What, Crybaby? Oh, are you talking about Crybaby? Matt? Yes, Body Double? Yes. That's cool. You like that? I love Body Double. Well, I will, just because I don't think I've ever shown anybody my collection. And this is just a little bit of my collection. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around real quick. And I'm going to walk over to, but I have the rest of it in my garage. But this is just a smattering of my collection as I walk over here. There's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is a really hard one to find, the special edition. And this is pretty hard to find, a steelbook of Psycho. Let's see. Does anybody remember? Maybe Nate, you might remember this. Back in the 90s, I don't know about anybody else. Alex, The State on MTV. Oh my gosh, I love The State. Back in the day. Gotta have heat. But here. I know it's kind of dark, guys. Sorry. You never seen The State? Matt. But, you gotta have House Party. You cannot have a collection from the 90s without House Party. I do have The Orphanage. It's somewhere in here. But like I said, this is just like literally, like where I'm talking about, I have thousands and thousands of Blu-rays and DVDs. That's awesome, Caesar, yes. No, I don't know about Absolute Sublime. Who's Absolute Sublime? Sorry, the lighting sucks over here, guys. But I love this movie. I love you all from the 80s. Clue with Tim Curry. Also, Doc Brown. Does anybody know about this film? Nightbreed, Clive Barker's Nightbreed. I got all my wrestling over there. Oh, I have to go check them out, dude. Thanks for the heads up. Okay. Come back over here. I know people didn't come over here to look at my film collection. So let me switch this around. Sorry. Everybody came here to see my good looking, my good looks. I gotta get ready for if Buffalo Bill attacks. I gotta do a judo chop for him. Be ready for him. Yeah, I'm gonna check him out. Thanks, Nate, for the heads up. Absolute Sublime. I will check out that bloke. You can't see my car? It's it's black outside and my car is black. And I got my camera. Can you really see though? That's interesting. I drive a Ford Focus. If you really care to know, I'm sure no one cares, but that's what I drive. My dad worked at Ford his entire life, 35 plus years at Ford. So I'm a big supporter of Ford before he retired. So I am part of the Ford family, always will. So yeah, not that like I said, again, that's not, again, it's whatever. I'm sure everybody's seen this. RoboCop. Man, it's such a great movie. I love RoboCop. Talking about 80s excess right here. Honestly, Jonathan, I mean, I don't know if the word love it would be the right word, but it definitely provided for the family. Time Bandits, yeah, that's love Time Bandits. Yeah, I'm a Blackford. Yeah, I worked for Buick. Okay. I'll find Young Cannibals. It always has to be played at least once on my live streams. Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I will tell you all a secret. I don't know if this is across the United States or not, but one of the best ways to get really reasonable Blu-rays and DVDs of movies or TV shows or whatever is going to pawn shops. That's where I go to get most of mine at, because you can obviously expect the product. A lot of times people turn the stuff in for whatever, because they need drug money, or they hit hard times, and it's still never been opened. Like, it's just never been touched. And I get such good deals. Like, I mean, DVDs are 50 cents, $1. Blu-rays are $2, $2.50. I mean, like, I go all the time. I have a whole bag of DVDs right now. I mean, I can show it if you all care. I'm sure nobody really cares. I think I just bought yesterday or the last day, a couple days ago, just buying DVDs for like next to nothing to add to my collection. So yeah, I agree with you, Mike. It's a great way to get it. Yep, Best Buy and Black Friday. Walmart's really good with that. But yeah, Best Buy is awesome. But Walmart, Target, Meijer all have those Black Friday deals. But Best Buy by far. I'm just getting too old to deal with all that craziness on Friday, because if anybody's ever seen the movie with Michael Douglas called Falling Down, where he finally has enough of society and goes around like opening a can of attack whoop butt or whatever on some people. Like, I kind of how I feel about Black Friday. Like, I can't handle certain people. Like, I will want to choke them out. Oh yeah. Yeah, Goodwill's a good place to go too. And again, Goodwill has tons and tons of Blu-rays and DVDs that have never been opened. So it's definitely worth checking out if you're into that stuff. Well, I mean, I know a lot of us, I can't remember who, I don't know if it's somebody on here, but I know some of you all. Yes, Steve, I'm still listening to Finding Young Cannibals, you better believe it. But I know some of us can go to Goodwill in your neighborhoods and get baseball cards. They have cards there. I know there's a guy I'm friends with on Facebook. His name's Richard, and he's he lives up in upstate New York, upstate New York. I'm sorry, he lives in Long Island, and he says that he goes to like Goodwill all the time and gets baseball cards and all kinds of stuff at his Goodwill. And I mean, my Goodwill's the ones that I go to. Usually have a pretty good turnout on some stuff. I mean, I don't like to buy just like crappy cards in a plastic bag, but if they have sets or boxes, I'll buy those for like next to nothing. For sure. Well, I'm there looking for Blu-rays, DVDs, and VHS. I got something cool to show you guys. A cool VHS. Well, I think it's cool. Some of y'all might be like, whatever. Hold on. Like this is like 1983. I'm trying to think what year this was put out. But here's the original World WrestleMania Part 3 box with the movie, with the actual 3-hour Coliseum video. WrestleMania Part 3. It is not a rental copy. It is a home. It was for home use only. You see the price tag right there. 3-hour video for $40. All right, dude. See you later. Matt from Virginia. Take care, brother. Thanks for hanging. But I got that. This is the kind of stuff I get excited about to find at flea markets and Goodwills and antique shops and all that kind of stuff. Pawn shops or whatever. Man, Andre the Giant, dude, was my favorite wrestler back in the day. I hated when he turned evil. Oh my gosh, I would love to have Andre the Giant's autograph. I don't think he signed a whole lot and then he died. You know, obviously that would keep somebody from signing a lot. But he didn't sign a lot in the first place from back in the 70s and 80s and early 90s. So I'm sure his autograph's out there, but it's probably a lot of money, I would assume. I never really looked it up, quite frankly. All right, man. Take care. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate everybody's hanging out. Now we'll listen to some Simple Minds, Steve. I hope that passes your test from Breakfast Club. Hopefully that works for you better. I know about Middle Earth, Jim. That's where the hobbits live. AKA New Zealand. I'm putting a lot of that stuff on DVDs and VHS on eBay tonight or tomorrow. Probably tonight. So I sell a lot of stuff on eBay that are movies. Don't you get about me. Geez, what's going on here? Is I missing a conversation? Just making sure that. Oh, 400. Oh, that's from Matt. Military time always threw me for a loop. When I lived in Japan, it's only military time. So it took me a while to get used to like being like, it's 1,400 hours or it's 14 o'clock or whatever. It's 1,500 hours. And I'm like, what time is 1,500? So, Society of Creative Anarchisms. Huh. I honestly can tell you, Jim, I have no idea anything about that kind of stuff. That's all Greek to me. Wink, wink. Well, I'm glad that Mike didn't come back in 2 minutes. I'd have felt kind of sad for him if he came back in 2 minutes and was like, "All right, guys, I'm back." So I'm glad he made it longer than 2 minutes. So good for him. Good for him. La la la. Is that, yeah. That's what they did. Oh my goodness. Well, hey guys, I think I'm gonna do the same. Then we'll have to cut out. It's already 10 o'clock or almost 10 o'clock, so I gotta cut out. But it's been great hanging out with you all. It's been awesome. I really appreciate it, but just like everybody else, or at least I'm assuming everybody else. I'm a working Joe Schmo, and I'll have to have some sleep this evening. I was up all night with my son's birthday party, so I need to get some sleep tonight. So, anyways, man, thank you so much. 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's nothing to sneeze your nose at. That was a nice long chit chat with all you fine young cannibals. So I will see you all soon. Thanks for stopping by and visiting. And until next time, peace out.